Bleak Shoulders. This is the Days of the Dead International Film Festival. I want to talk to you about the film The Demon. I'm going to let the director, producer, and all of their credits go ahead and announce
Craft
themselves.
Services.
I'm sorry, Craft Services. I want him to tell you everything that he did, okay? Go ahead.
You just did, yeah. There was a group of 30 of us that went out and, kind of against the world and scraped some money together and put that on the screen. So that's it.
Awesome. There's a lot of filmmakers in the audience. So I'm going to open it up to the audience for questions first. If I don't like them, I'm just going to go ahead. Who do we got? Jake, you want to start?
Yeah, so when you have the face effects, how much of that was practical or visual effects? Did you guys kind of do a little bit of prosthetics around the edges and then wait for the center to do visual effects, or was it completely VFX?
So besides it exploding, everything's practical.
Oh, cool.
So, and we ran into a problem. We had a really cool practical version of that just didn't play. And so last minute we had to do that, which is kind of the biggest part of the film. But yeah, it's all practical. Yeah.
The entire face is practical?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's like is it like a mask?
So there's I wish I could show you, but yeah, I was actually showing George earlier. It is a prosthetic that you wear over your shoulders with the face here. The real actor had his head back like this the whole time. It's good for your back. And, he didn't complain at all. No, he did.
It's really good.
Thank you.
My question's about your locations.
Sure.
So, like some of the locations, like the factory, the lake house, some of the best I've seen. But how did you go about finding the locations? Did you know people, or did you?
Yeah, the project really, we made enough, me and Matt and I, the co-director, and Tyler, one of the producers, he's also the lead actor, Tom. He owns that little cabin on the lake house. And it kind of started there with our, the cliche, hey, they own a cabin in the woods. I'm like, sweet, we're going to make a movie. But knowing, in order to get kind of scope and scale, you're going to do something Lovecraftian with showing how insignificant we are in the universe. You have to show some kind of scale and measure to that. So the film really plays on that. Not to go into long-winded stuff, but to do that, you have to maximize locations when you don't have money. So everything you saw was in Michigan, on Lake Michigan. The sand dunes for the dream sequence was like 2 miles away. The lighthouse was away. Everything started to kind of come together. The staircase down, all that's real. Everything was there. I was like, the barn was really right there in front of the lake house. So we just started maximizing right around that. Everything interior was shot in LA in 2 locations. So we maximized the warehouse, the interrogation room, the therapy room, and the interior, the cabin stuff was all in LA, and all the exterior was in Michigan. So we cheated, I thought, pretty well with that. But yeah, we just had to do it. When you don't have money, you kind of got to maximize it.
And what was your budget, if you don't mind?
Less than Avatar. More. No, it was. It's an ultra low budget, so yeah, I'll leave it at that because we're in the process of trying to get distribution. So, but we took out a loan and we did something stupid, but Matt and I believed in it, and we kind of went for it. And to do something weird. So when you're doing something unique, you're trying to do something different that's not formulaic. You're going to take risks, and some things hit, and some things don't. So we went for it.
I'm going to jump in and get one here. So I was talking to Angie, Scharold, another member of our film selection committee, and she mentioned that she believes there was some DFX blood and some regular special effects blood blended at the same time. And that seemed like a rarity, and I wanted to see if you could do more of how that process worked, why you went that way. And before you answer, this is, I think, one of the more visually stunning films we've seen in a long time. It's definitely up there with some of the most we've ever seen. So that's why I'm asking.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. The team, we, like I said, this is something that, it was our first feature, so we didn't want to totally shit the bed. And when you don't have a lot of money, a lot of films stink like it, and maybe you don't know exactly how to go out and put it on film. We kind of went the other way around, saying we'd rather maximize these 3 or 4 big kind of effect scenes than to have a bunch of them kind of mediocre throughout. So it was a conscious choice, but it is a slow burn and it kind of pays off. So to go back to the first part of the combination, the hybrid of practical effects and visual, most films do that. I think most films work better when you have a practical base and you can enhance them digitally, add some. So, but most of the blood in that, I mean, the goo, it's 8 gallons of goo on poor Sarah, the actress that plays Kathy. Yeah, that's a real sack, that's real goo, there's no enhancements to that. Blood-wise, like I said, the digital explosion is the real blood enhancement. I think that's it. Maybe one in the hand for the little bit of blood splatter. But yeah, most of it's real.
I'm going to get to you here, man. I'm going to take her first, then you.
I'm usually here.
No, you're fine, absolutely.
No, I was giving you a.
Oh, okay, and to you then, sir.
The music's playing, we have to leave.
Yeah.
No, not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
Does he do?
No.
Okay.
My question was, I only got to see the end, so you talked about distribution. What, and I've done, let's just say, almost all Dragon Cons, and I've seen the film festival, and even the end was amazing to me, just by seeing that. So I was kind of asking when may I get lucky enough to see the rest? 'Cause
Yeah, we should, hopefully in the next month, we'll know something. You know, we have some offers and we're trying to get the right
wish you
partner.
well, because like I said, even just seeing that last reminded me, and I'm 61 years old, back in the old days. So
Yeah,
that's all I wanted to do.
well, that's practical. So that creature is practical, and we shot that in what's called a cloud tank. So that's a real sculpture. That's a real, you know. I actually poured a gallon of milk into the water, and they shoot it slow mo, and those are the clouds forming in the background. So as an older dog too, I appreciate the practicals like Poltergeist and Ghostbusters and Wrath of Khan.
For
to be
me, I've
specific.
met Wes Craven, I've
Yeah.
met Clyde Barker. I volunteered for over all of 30 years of Dragon Con, so I've met all these people and seen a lot of the films that were at Dragon Con and the film festival. And that ending matched up to a lot of the great.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome to
Decided
hear.
that, you know.
Yeah. We were fortunate enough to have Joel Harlow sculpt our Azathoth. You know, if you're into Lovecraft, then you know kind of it's the blind idiot god. The film was originally called The Deep Dark until the last minute because another French film came out with the title and we had to change it to The Demon, which is short for The Demon Sultan, and not get too nerdy, but that's another name for Azathoth. So anyways, if you're Lovecraftian, you kind of...
So Lovecrafting monster in the back of the water, that's practical? Like,
Yeah,
so
everything's practical.
And then just lay it over?
You're
Composited in.
talking about the last shot.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the creature.
Oh, that is practical as well. You see actually a copy of that mold, and then we just,
And
superimpose
then
in the
you just
background.
composite
Sure.
it. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, we maximize that.
Got real time for one quick one.
You go ahead.
Okay.
Could you talk about the score? Because
Yeah.
being a genre piece, it's almost wall-to-wall score, so there's a
Yeah.
lot of it. What was the inspiration for it, and what were kind of the interesting elements that you heard that were like non-musical?
I'm really glad you asked that, because to go back to the old dog, I love, Jerry Goldsmith and like that kind of range, but some films don't echo it. There's a lot of new horror out that just kind of does your, kind of shrieking strings, and we really thought music, since it's more of like a lot of dramatic elements throughout,
Yeah.
that it had to be extremely, flexible to say the least, and Michael Crane is luckily enough talented enough to bring us that broadness to go from kind of the horror into almost the dreamlike, the weird unknown, like you just look at the night sky, a lot of stuff echoes in the ending, it's almost like a sad operatic feel, so yeah, to get that wave balance, it was all intentional, but like I said, it's risk-taking. You don't see a lot of films trying to do a lot, and if they do too much, sometimes it just gets muddy, so there's good confusion, and then there's, I don't know what the fuck I just watched. So we're trying to find that sweet spot, to give you something different. Yeah, instead of one thing throughout, to give you some, ebbs and flows with the film.
All right, to close out, can you tell people where to find you, and if there's anything else you want to plug that you're working on?
Sure, I'll go with number one on that. So easy to find, at the Demon Movie on Instagram is kind of our main thing right now. We're, like I said, we're in the middle of the distribution, so once it goes public, we'll be able to kind of launch that out and can watch it, and hopefully make the right partner with that decision. So you see it. Yeah.
All right,
But thank you guys for staying and watching it. I know it's a weird film, but I appreciate you guys staying.